I love Animal Crossing New Horizons. From the adorable ways that you can interact with your villagers, to the amount of fun that you can have fishing and catching that lovely sea bass, to the amazing online service, I think that Animal Crossing New Horizons is one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch. During the current events going on in the world, people on social media are absolutely in love with this charming new Animal Crossing game. I love that every Sunday you better believe Daisy Mae is going to be trending as long as Animal Crossing stays as popular as it is. And then you realize how ripped off you are after you see that you get next to no profit in bells from Nook's Cranny. Alright, Monday morning and the Nooks are accepting turnips again. Now Daisy Mae sells her turnips for about 100 bells more or less. I just need those cute little Nooks to give me some good stuff for my turnip prices, and that's it? Not like 200 bells or greater. That's less than the price I got them for. Well, time to go surfing social media, begging people to let me travel to their island for better turnip prices. I love how in Animal Crossing New Horizons, you can craft your own materials and truly build an island from the ground up. You can make things like tables, huge robots, fences, almost anything that you can think of. The things that you can craft includes the vital things in Animal Crossing, such as axes, shovels, fishing poles, and other things. Except the thing is, the difference between your country road fences and your tools is, except the vaulting pole and the ladder, your treasure tools can break. Another day, getting me some good old ore for some tables I was gonna craft today. This axe has been incredibly useful. We'll have enough wood for a bunch of You know what? That makes sense. After being consistently worn down on hard rocks and sturdy trees, I can understand the need to replace an axe every now and then. Well, maybe I can gather some fish in the meantime. Really? Fishing rods too? Okay, maybe the constant tension from the fish causes the fishing rod to snap sometimes. I guess that makes sense. I guess I'll water my plants and get ready to replace Speaking of watering plants and everything, I love the ability to decorate your island with a ton of plants in Animal Crossing New Horizons. From buying items from Nook's Cranny to finding them on other islands, to perhaps even getting flowers from your Switch friends, you can decorate your island with several types of flowers to give your island some color. That's for mainly the primary colors. When it comes to secondary and especially tertiary colors, good freaking luck. My tulip tower garden is almost complete. In case you guys don't know, my end goal is to have a rainbow colored garden surrounded by white tulips. Right next to this area, I have several breeding grounds for my tulips. Websites can't for the life of them agree on a proper way to grow plants, but the way I grew my purple tulips agrees with this method right here. I water my plants so tomorrow you can bet that I will have yet another purple tulip or maybe even more than one. Nanny, why did this one form? You mean to tell me a day of waiting, a day of studying how breeding works, only works sometimes? Repeat after me. I'm not gonna time travel. I'm not gonna time travel. I'm not gonna time travel. In nature, I love how this game loves to troll you as much as possible. While sometimes you may become the proud owner of a coelacanth or an oarfish, or maybe even catch a dozen tarantulas, that isn't always the case. Most notably in the oceans, everyone knows and loves the good old sea bass. It's at least a C+. Peak comedy right there. Look at that, folks. I love that in Animal Crossing New Horizons, this brown bankrupting buster right here actually makes sure that you have no ability to be debt-free in this game. From the fee of selling land, which already swipes you of 10 grand, to the at least 100 grand bridges and inclines that you know dang well you're gonna have to pay for because none of the other villagers exactly have a 6-figure bell salary, to the houses which cost $2 million just for the final upgrade, Tom Nook makes sure, especially if you aren't old enough to be paying bills IRL, that you know dang well how it feels being buried in debt. Alright, so I'm at the ABD about to make another deposit into my account. Keep in mind that this number may be barely slightly 90% bloated because one of my friends loaded me with 99k bells and royal crowns. Not to mention, my subs have also gifted me presents with 99,000 bells in them. Even with that help, I'm still like $500,000 away from getting enough money to pay for my house. I'm also building an incline, so add another 98,000 bells to my tab. The beautiful island of Blob Lodge has 2 bridges, 3 inclines, 3 spots that I reserve for other villagers, and there's my house upgrades, making that a grand total of 6,514,000 bells. Also, there's buildings that I wanted to demolish and remove. And last but not least, don't get me started on the online services. I love how well Nintendo made the connection. For the most part. And I also love how waiting for people to join is most of the time longer than the time they're actually gonna be there. Alright, I'm gonna send out my dodo code to some friends and hopefully they can join as quickly as possible. Remember when I said quickly in that sentence? Yeah, this ain't it, Chief. So it's completely available to the player that you can create little minigame parts of your island, but most of the time you're just gonna be whacking people with bug nets the entire time you're at their island.
Help me!
I love Animal Crossing New Horizons. While there are some shortcomings of the game, like in every game, you still can't neglect the near endless creativity you have in the game. I hope they'll do something about the online loading screen to shut the haters up, because other than that, the game is very relaxing. Don't get me started on how much I love the Bunny Day event too, and how many eggs I dug up instead of fossils, how many eggs I fished instead of actual fish, but you know what, that's for another day. What do you love about New Horizons? Let me know in the comments, and remember to like this video if you want a sea filled of sea bass, and remember to subscribe for more content on Animal Crossing and other things gaming. See you all next time. So that was a little... Ooh, there's a tarantula right here. I did not know they could spawn in the plaza.